If you looked up how to start a record label and saw people talking about LLCs and lawyers and thousands of dollars, including myself, stop. People say you can't start a real record label until you have money. The truth is, you don't need money to start a label, you need structure, and most artists never learn the minimum viable version of it. And for those of you all who want to start a record label for free, and you only plan on earning about $2,400 this year, this video is specifically for you. Now, my goal is to help you understand that starting with the correct business structure, even at $0, is the key to unlocking clean money, clean taxes, and a clear upgrade path for later. And I'm going to show you a simple system that lets you start legally, cleanly, and free without skipping the steps that will hurt you later. Now, as a side note, through my experiences, this is not the most ideal method compared to going the proper route, but I'll grant your wishes first. Let's get it done for $0. Now, number one is we got to build a sole proprietorship with an EIN. So check it out. You may be in the situation where you want to make money with your music, but you're also aware that the IRS has been cracking down on side hustle businesses, even on your small amount of $200 a month that you're going to earn. Yes, they see your DistroKid payouts 100%. And you want to keep your expenses separate from your personal expenses. Kudos to you for being responsible because you're going to need it later. Now, you want to create a sole proprietorship with an EIN number so the IRS knows that you're conducting business under a different name other than yourself. Let me be clear. Payouts will be paid from your distributor using your SSN, but your EIN will be used for step number 2 in this video. Now, if you do not set up your sole proprietorship in this way, then you will end up commingling all of your money, all your royalty money with your personal income money. But once you organize this stuff, it minimizes some of your tax headaches, okay? Again, I'm helping you get the structure right so you can grow later. Now, all you have to do is this. I want you to check the business listings of your local state government, which is the Secretary of State's office, to make sure your business or your desired business name is not already there. You do not need to register your sole proprietor name with your local state government, even though you can for a small fee, but we're keeping things down to the free 99 level. If your business name is not there, go to irs.gov and apply for an EIN number. And then boom, you're in business almost. Now, if you think this was too simple, you're right. It was simple, and it really is all there is to it. At the end of the day, we're building a record label for free. So a lot of that extra stuff that I talk about is not there. All right, now let's address number 2, which is the bank account. Earlier, I mentioned that you'll want to keep your $200 a month that you'll be earning separate from your job income so that this does not cause a commingling problem. Now, in order to completely get rid of this commingling issue, we need to establish a business bank account. Yes, you can get a business bank account without an LLC. It's true. Okay. Again, I don't have to tell you twice, but if you don't, you'll begin to commingle your funds with your personal income. And when tax time comes around, you will have a very hard time separating the two. I've been through the process. It's a massive headache. You don't want to do it. So here's what you need to do. Check it out. Call up a few local banks and see who allows you to open a sole proprietor bank account. Most national banks will, some online banks will as well. Now, once you have this established, the IRS now confirms that your business is open for business based on the opening date of the bank account. Okay. And then you want to add some money to the bank account and then we can finally get to work. If you don't have much money, remember, we're not spending money at the bank. We're just depositing money to keep the account open. So it could be 50 bucks, could be 100 bucks. 50 will slide. Now, if you were thinking that this was too easy, you're right. You're right, right? It is too easy, but there's 2 more steps and a couple things I need to tell you about. At the end of the day, this is a free label, so there isn't much to it. So far we've covered the sole prop and the EIN and the bank account, but these next 2 parts are where most artists lose the bag, which is the distributor account and the risk involved. So stay with me here. And side note, if you need a strong business foundation to run your record label with funding properly, grab my 60-day record label system complete with my funding partners to fund some of this process or just to get the startup going with the record label the right way. Now, number 3 is the distributor account. Okay, check this out. Currently, the only way you can release your music on streaming services to the general public is through YouTube, SoundCloud, and anything that is a free DSP where you self-distribute. This is a problem because we want to get the main DSPs like Spotify and Apple Music. So we need to find a free digital music distributor. And this is where I would encourage you to pay, but because we're creating a free record label, we're going to sacrifice royalties and quality of service more than likely. The top 0 sign-up fee royalty taking services are Route Note. They take a 15% cut of your royalties and then you're in there. CD Baby, you pay per release, but at least you have a free distributor and they take a 9% commission. And then 1 RPM is free, but they also take a 15% commission. Now, is 15% too high? I mean, for me it is, but remember, we're building a record label for free here. So I guess it depends on who's asking. And in your case, 15% is not too high for $0. Now, if you were thinking that this is too good to be true, you're right. So let me introduce you to your main problem: warranties, representations, and indemnifications. Check it out. This is in your contract. Every contract that you sign with your producers, distributors, and if you create music with yourself, with your AI generators, and if you sample or you create interpolations or anything of the sort, all risk is now falling on you. There is no separation between you and your company, and you two are the same. The only thing we did was create a separation layer in your sole proprietorship for money earned, because that's all we can do. Everything is your personal responsibility at this point. Now, the way to eradicate this is to establish a proper record label with an LLC. This way, the risk falls on the company. You can now get funding for your record label, and the indemnifications that I'm going to read out to you will now fall back on the company and not you. So let me read a sample indemnification clause to you so you can understand the ramifications of taking this risk on via a producer contract yourself. There will be a plot twist later on, so I need you to stick and stay through this process. Check it out. The producer hereby warrants that any musical track and master created hereunder this agreement shall be entirely the property of the company, which is you, free of any claims whatsoever by producer or any person deriving any rights or interest from producer. Let me read that again, just so you got it. Here we go. The producer warrants that any musical track and master created here under this agreement shall be entirely the property of the company, which is you, and it shall be free of any claims whatsoever by the producer or any person deriving any rights or interest from producer. That's all the session musicians, the writer, anybody that helped contribute to the track. All right. Now, the producer warrants that it is the sole owner of the performances on a musical track and or have been granted all rights associated with the recording of the music inside of this musical track and hereby have the right to grant the terms of this agreement. Basically, so now they can give it to you. They have legal rights to give it to you. The songs and performances embodied in this musical track and any use thereof by the company, which is you, or its grantees, licensees, or signs, which are the distributors, will not violate or infringe upon the rights of any third party. That's all, anybody that sampled, any interpolations, all that stuff. Now, the producer warrants that it has secured all proper licenses for the right to perform and record all or any of the performances or recording embodied on a musical track for the use of a song or recording appearing in a musical track from a sample, an interpolation, or replay, basically meaning they got the rights to do it, to sample. Now, if the producer has not secured such right, here we go. The producer has notified the company, which is you, and the company or you have agreed in a separate writing to secure such rights. Now, watch this. Let's take a break for a second, because I know that was a lot. That separate agreement is the recording contract. That is probably non-existent in a personal record label such as yourself, but it is implied. So if something happens where you do have to go to a settlement or there is a mediation that has to happen, they're implying, or you're implying, that you are solely responsible for exploiting that master recording, and that recording contract that is missing right now because it's just you doing your thing and you ain't got one. It's going to be implied by the judge and the other party that, oh, well, even though the producer didn't say it, you're still responsible because you exploited the master on your own time and terms. Now let's continue. The producer agrees to indemnify and hold harmless the company, its officers, agents, employees, attorneys, and assignees from and against any and all claims, damages, liabilities, costs, and expenses, including but not limited to attorney's fees arising out of any breach of any representation, warranty, term, or agreement made or to be performed by this agreement. Now here's the plot twist. Even though this is the producer's problem, the company takes the immediate hit because you are the company and you are the one exploiting the master recording you purchased from the producer. Usually in this case, the distributor's account is closed and all of your money is taken from it. I've been through this twice. I know what it is. The producer is never to be found and you will never have enough money to recover your losses. These small infringements below $10,000 are called innocent infringements, but they are costly when you don't have the money to legally fight it, or the amount is so low that a lawyer won't even waste their time on it. So now you got a lost song for profit that has now become a promotional only song, which hurts your pockets, and you lost your money. Now, if you're saying to yourself, well, this is too much risk, I don't want to take this on, you're right. This is why I created my 60-day record label product in the first place. So you could build a record label properly, and I save you the headache of going through the process by yourself. I walk you through it step by step through this whole thing so that it is practically impossible for you to mess it up. At the end of the day, free record labels do not last long at all. You got about $2,400 to make before you realize all the risk at play. Okay? Now, here's the challenge of this video. Before you overthink this, write this down. Write down how much money you realistically expect to earn from music this year. Not your dream number, not anything up in the air, your realistic number. Ask yourself where that money is landing right now if you already have music out. Is it a personal account, a Cash App, a PayPal, or is it mixed with your job's income? And then decide whether you're okay being personally responsible for every dollar, risk, and mistake, because that's exactly what's happening right now. The goal here isn't to scare you, but is to clarify what's at stake. The real question isn't, should I start a record label? Rather, it's how much longer am I willing to run a personal record label without a proper structure? Now, if you need help with building a real record label, grab the 60-day record label course, book a call with me for a quick strategy, or join our group strategy calls every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time inside the Music Money Makers community. Click below to join. Now, what if you're not making enough money to justify this and we should just go the free route? Understand, structure is what allows money to grow in the first place. It's like building a pipeline. If the pipeline is not there, then how are you going to anticipate the growth happening? So a lack of structure will keep you small. Now, what if you mess something up legally? Doing nothing still carries risk. You're just blind to it, okay? It still carries risk. And you might say, well, what if I don't want to deal with the business stuff yet? Stress will always find you later. Now listen, if you keep doing things your way, here's what it's going to turn into. Lost money, frozen distributor accounts, tax confusion, and cleanup fees later. And the cleanup fees are vast, resulting in constant anxiety about money, paperwork, and whether you're doing it wrong or right, because you don't really know. Ultimately, you're choosing between I'll keep winging it and hope nothing goes wrong, or I'll just build this properly and get on with it. Avoiding that choice compounds the damage at stake. At the end of the day, if you were struggling with mixing music money with personal money, feeling intimidated by starting a label, avoiding structure because it felt expensive, understand this. You now have the means to become a properly organized independent label owner, someone who starts small on purpose, right? Okay. And then you're going to upgrade it when it makes sense. So I gave you what you needed. But Music Money Makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, grab the 60-day record label system beneath this video, complete with my funding partners, book a call, join the Music Money Makers community, grab the free stuff, watch this next video right over here to save your career, and I'll see you next time. Peace.